This week, the Greater Kingsport YMCA will be holding their Week of Giving, which encourages YMCA and community members to engage in outreach efforts. And here to tell us more about this important week for the YMCA are Cousineau and Celin Light. Good morning, ladies. Got your smiling faces on, ready to go. This is an important week. Talk to us about Week of Giving.
Well, the YMCA Week of Giving is the public phase of our annual giving campaign. It's the week, all day, every day this week, where we showcase the reasons why people should give to nonprofit organizations, specifically the Y, and why we need those funds to do our outreach work.
Well, tell us, you're talking about what is a great reason for someone to give to the Y.
Well, it supports feeding kids for starters.
Right.
And so we're going to tell you about the 5 different cases for support. Every penny that's given goes directly into the outreach work to support the community needs. Right. 1 in 4 kids right now are food insecure.
Right.
So we built a commercial kitchen and we put out about 505 meals every single day that serves as dinner for kids under the age of 18.
That's fantastic.
In 2 counties. So we're in Hawkins County and Sullivan County.
And Celin, this is very personal for you.
It is very personal.
Tell us about your history with the Y.
So I actually grew up in the Y. My family moved here when I was very young, and I got my first entrance to the Y actually through the after-school care program at Andrew Johnson Elementary School. And I met some friends there that I'm still friends with to this day. They were actually bridesmaids in my wedding just recently. So it's meant a lot to me throughout my entire childhood.
Right.
I think people can look at the Y and think, oh, that's just a gym. But really the Y is so much more, especially to kids in the area. So it's a very personal connect for me, and I'm so happy to be able to give back as a board member.
And you're actually chairing this effort this year.
I am. I am the board chair.
As chair, what are you hoping to accomplish? What are some of the goals?
Oh gosh, I think this year one of the main themes for us is being really intentional about sharing the story of the Y. Of course, fundraising is one of the main goals, right? But really a second really main goal for me is just to spread the word about all of the great things that the Y is doing and all of the great outreach programs. I think people oftentimes think of it as really just a gym, but there's just so much more to the Y. So really sharing the story.
And while we're talking here, they're going to put up a QR code on the screen here in just a minute. If you want to scan that with your phone, you can make a donation right there for the Week of Giving. We're going to leave that up all during this conversation. But Casey, you said there was 5 different projects, 5 different cases for the Y that y'all are working on. Kind of break those down for us.
Sure, absolutely. Love to. Feeding program we've already talked about, and of course there's no charge to any of the parents or the children. And one of the other programs that we do on our healthy living spectrum is the Parkinson's program. So we have support groups for Parkinson's patients, those diagnosed with Parkinson's. We also do a cycle class, water therapy class, and soon we're going to launch a boxing class.
Oh, very nice.
And all that is free. You do not have to be a member of the Y. It is one of our outreach programs to support the chronic disease of Parkinson's disease. So we have feeding and Parkinson's. We have Y on Wheels, which is one of our favorite programs. So a lot of the children in the communities that we serve have no way to get home from school if they don't take the bus. So they can't stay after school in one of our enrichment programs because they would have no way home. So they ride the bus home, and our staff take the Y after school programs and enrichment programs to them where they live in Section 8 housing. And so very challenging communities, very, very challenging communities. But our staff show up there with computers, laptops, food, dinner. We take a packaged family meal with instructions so that the family can cook together that week. And there's no fee for any of those programs. It's just part of our outreach work.
And bringing that to them is so vitally important because of transportation issues.
It is, and that does continue to be a challenge, transportation. So if they don't ride the bus home from school, they can't get home.
And for you, I mean, it sounds like the Y made such a big difference in what you are now.
It did. It definitely did. I really credit a lot of who I was very young and who I've grown into as an adult from the Y. I mean, as a young kid, if you're not placed in, I think, a good group of friends and kind of get a good start, it's easy to go off on the wrong path, right? And so I think the Y really, really helped me begin here in the Tri-Cities area.
And final question. I know there's some people out there right now saying, you know, I really don't know the whole QR code thing. How can they get involved? If they can't do the QR code, how can folks get involved?
Well, they can go to our website, ymcakpt.org, and right on the front page is the Week of Giving. Photos, information, click a link with a QGive or scan our code, call the Y, show up.
Right.
You know, carry your pigeon.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
All right.
It's all of these programs are no charge to the community,
Right.
and we're blessed.
Yes.
You know, beyond measure, so much more so than the rest of the community.
We're
So
blessed to
just
have the
wanna help.
YMCA here. It is the YMCA Week of Caring, Greater Kingsport Family YMCA. It's going on right now through the 30th. There's a website. You can text right there to that number. They use PayPal. Just pick up the phone and give them a call right there.